Our mini lecture today is on Chapter 8, Social Stratification, and this is an extension of our Chapter 6 mini lecture on social structure, where we're going to take a look more into the ascribed and achieved statuses and how this deals with stratification. So an ascribed status is a social position assigned to a person without regard to their characteristics or talents. This is a status that you are born with. And as we see in the picture here, this is Princess Anne. This is the daughter of Queen Elizabeth II when she was very young, probably about her 20s. But she was born into the royal family. Achieved status is a status that is attained by a person largely through his or her own effort. As we can see in the picture here, we have an athlete who won a gold medal at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games. This athlete was not born a gold medal winner. She worked hard and achieved that status. Slavery is the most extreme form of legalized social inequality. Slavery is in the form that we see it here in the picture is not the same, is not happening on anywhere on the face of this earth today. Slavery, though, exists in different ways. An example, over in Africa, you have where children have been kidnapped to be sex slaves. That's what it means by legalized social inequality. People are enslaved and owned by other people. That is the most extreme form of legalized social inequality. Caste is what has mainly happened over in countries like India, where you see hereditary systems of rank, which are religiously dictate that tend to be equalized. And as you can see in India, you had the untouchables at the very bottom. These were the outcasts. If you were touched physically by an untouchable, you automatically became an untouchable. You could have been a priest at the top and been touched, and you automatically fell to the bottom. This way, you did not actually move in the caste system. In the world today, we have social classes, mainly in upper class, middle class, and lower class. We're going to take a look at the United States and how the class system ranking goes throughout there. So you've got an upper class, a middle class, and a lower class. You've also got a working class among all this too, where in the United States you can see people can climb the social ladder or they can fall from the social ladder. You have the people, the lower, the middle, and the upper class. And it's not necessarily the way it is here in the picture, but people, you can climb the ladder and you can get your way out of the lower class. One of the people, if you study United States history, is a guy by the name of Andrew Carnegie, who came from Scotland at the age of 12 with nothing. And he was a true rags to riches story by eventually owning the United States Steel Corporation and becoming very, very wealthy, and one of the most wealthiest men there were in the world. Karl Marx, and we've mentioned him multiple times during our mini lectures here, says that class differentiation is a struggle between those who control and those who do not. A struggle between the owners and the workers. And at times within status, you have the owner of the company, which is on top. Same thing set up if you look at a school. The principals at the top, followed by the assistant principals, the faculty, the staff, and then the students. Social structure goes in three ways: an upper, a middle, and a lower class. And you've got upper, and you got lower. People who are in the upper class are the very wealthy, the Bill Gates, the people who have lots of money, who fund things. Jeff Bezos from Amazon. You've got Donald Trump. All these type of people who have lots and lots of money. And you have the lower amount people who are living on the streets, who are homeless. Vanderbilt, Rockefeller, Gates. These are your upper class people. Cornelius Vanderbilt, founding the railroad, doing that. Rockefeller, the Standard Oil Company. Bill Gates, Microsoft. There are many opportunities in your life to be able to excel. As we can see here, this is John D. Rockefeller. John Rockefeller owned 90% of the oil industry at one point. And we can see he owned oil and railroads. And his life was based around that. He knew what to be able to do. He also became a philanthropist, gave lots of money to different causes. But he got his oil industry and his own Standard Oil, which controlled all that, through competition. He knew how to do that. He provided himself with material goods, positive living conditions, and favorable life experiences. You have chances to be able to do this yourself. There are two types of mobility that exist within society: open system and closed system. An open system mobility means that you can achieve and you can push yourself up. In countries, by earning degrees, education, you can climb the social ladder and be able to do, depending on the type of degree that you have. A closed system is where you are based on ascribed status. It's what you're born, that's it, you are no moving whatsoever. In the United States, we practice an open system of social mobility where you can climb the social ladder no matter what. And finally, there are different types of movement that existing. When I mention climb the social ladder, you can go up or you can go down. You can also move horizontally within the same rank. People can do that by moving jobs. For example, teachers can go from one school to another, yet they're still a teacher on that same level. Vertical means you move to a different rank, like a teacher moving up to be a principal. Intergenerational is from parent to a child. This could be within, like, when a parent moves up the ladder, the child moves up the ladder because the parent has opportunities. Intragenerational, within your own lifetime. For example, you may inherit lots of money. That is many people's wish. And when that happens, you can move up the social ladder. And then finally, you have structural. This is when you have a whole group moving up. And I think about this when United States history, when the Transcontinental Railway was built. Immigrants came in, the Chinese immigrants came in, and the people in the lower class moved up to the middle class because the Chinese immigrants made the new lower class. And that is our lecture, mini lecture today on social stratification.